Yeah, so I've been helping people buy and sell businesses for over 10 years as a premium Main Street to lower middle market M&A advisor or business broker, whatever you want to call that. Had a firm that's helped hundreds of companies exit and buy businesses and just advised on lots of deals. Um, I kind of discovered there's a real mess going on in this marketplace. Like, I think one of the biggest problems is buyers feel like they're getting no love, and all the brokers out there are just trying to get as many listings as they can and control the listings, can control the deals. But more and more buyers are being attracted to this space, and they don't have anyone on their side of the table. And so we had been a normal kind of sell side firm, just like every other brokerage, for 10 years, and I thought maybe there's a better way to do this. And so we raised some money. I took on some co-founding partners, and we changed our entire concept to launch Dealonomy this year. So it took about a year of stealth mode, building the technology to get it going, and then we rolled it out to the public in May. But the basic concept is we're going to create a two-sided marketplace where we source every seller, we vet every opportunity, so we make sure it's good deals only. And so sellers come to us because we have an irresistible offer for sellers. We're the only place you can sell your business for free, so we don't charge the seller anymore. It's 0% commission to sell with us. We guarantee results. So we'll tell you up front where we think your business is going to trade price range wise. And then we guarantee we're going to make a buyer match in 90 days or less. And if we don't deliver on that, I'll write you a $10,000 check. So we're the only place you can sell your business fast, free, with guaranteed results, with professional advisors helping you. So that's kind of our no-brainer, irresistible pitch to sellers. And then for buyers, buyers are the ones that actually pay us. So they're paying us membership fees and the success fees on the platform to bring them the best deals and help them get it done. But it makes their life easier because buyers always say, trying to find a good deal is the hardest part. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. And we say, you know what? What if you didn't have to look through any hay? We want Dealonomy to just be a needle store, basically, where you just show up, pick you out a needle, go check it out, and buy and make it as easy as possible. So we built kind of that good deals only platform with the buyer in mind, trying to make it 10 times easier to buy a business. And we're making the buyer our customer here, and that makes us irresistible to sell with if you're a seller. So we just kind of flipped our business model, and we feel like that's a really disruptive way to do it in the industry. It's going to shake things up, and we're already seeing a great response to it. So we've got over 30 deals on the marketplace right now. We're getting them under contract every day, but we're signing up multiple deals a week right now. So that's growing exponentially. I think we'll be over 100 deals before long, and we just want to be that first place people go to buy a business because they say, you know what, all the deals there are good. They're great people. They're easy to work with. Their technology is easy to get deals done on, and that's what we're going for. So that's our new concept.
Okay, so you said that buyers aren't getting love, and I think I know what you mean, but I would
Yeah.
argue that from the Main Street kind of influence as far as like a Cody Sanchez or other names, a lot of them are talking and educating buyers.
Yeah.
When it comes to the deal, that's the problem. But what I've seen is that there's a ton of buyers, but the sellers aren't really educated on what they need to do to be ready so they can walk to someone like you and go, hey, I'm ready to exit. And then you can say, oh, here's this, this price range, here's the offer, and then go, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. They usually go, at least in my experience, wait, I wanted a lot more than that. And you have to tell them,
Yeah.
no, no, you haven't done the work to get there yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we still do basically our same white glove service sell side. We just do it for free now, like instead of charging for it. So for us, that looks like we take in multiple years of their financials, we analyze it, we pull comps, we walk them through evaluation, and some of them are ready to sell, like they've got a sellable business, and the valuation range is within their realm of expectations, and we're able to, and they're ready to get it done. And then others aren't ready. For one reason or another, it's not good timing, or the business value isn't where they thought it would be yet. And for them, sometimes they have to go back and work on their business for a bit, and then come back when it's ready. Timing's better, or the valuations where they want it to be. And so, in those situations, which is quite frequent, I think it's actually more often than not. Um, we'll give them some pointers, tell them what it needs to look like. So, for instance, if we value someone's business and we say, hey, you're going to get between $2 to $2.5 million for your small business, and they said, oh man, I really need five. Well, that's fine. Like we'll tell you kind of now that you understand how the valuation works on it, I can tell you exactly what it needs to look like to get five. And then you can go work on it yourself, come back when it looks like that, and we'll get you five. Or if you need some expert advice or opinions, we have a good Rolodex of consultants and people that can jump in and help you get unstuck or unlock your value and go to a higher level. We don't personally do that, but we use great experts around the country to like help them unlock that value if that's what they need to do.
Okay. What percentage of owners would you say ultimately are leaving money on the table because they waited too long? The timing thing is tough. Like if you go to sell in 2020, then you're just dealing with that. So timing, I'm kind of sympathetic to, but as far as the prep work, like they didn't
Yeah.
get the valuation, and then they didn't prep to sell.
Yeah. When I say timing, I'm mainly talking about internal timing. We can't
Yeah,
control COVID. We can't
yeah.
control recessions. We can't control the external factors. But you can control internal timing. And so bad timing usually looks like the seller held on too long. Like that's kind of a death blow to a lot of small businesses. And especially boomer owners, like the older generation right now that owns. I think they own like 60% of small businesses. They own a lot of them. Um, a lot of them kind of associate who they are with their business value. Not with their business value, with their small business ownership. And so it's like their identity is that small business. They are kind of wrapped up in that small business. And so the thought of selling, it makes them uncomfortable because they feel like, man, they're putting me out to pasture. Who am I if I don't own this business? Like their kind of self-worth is wrapped up in that. And so a lot of times they kick their can down the road and act like they're immortal or act like they don't have to have that conversation. They kind of do the ostrich head in the sand thing until they get woken up by a health scare or a family emergency or something comes along that says, oh no, I do need to think about this. But if you haven't proactively been positioning your company for sale, like doing the right things to maximize your exit for the past at least 3 years, you're definitely leaving money on the table. Like that happens all the time. And so, as much as possible, I encourage people to get educated at least and start doing things to maximize their business value at least 3 years before they need to exit, and just know that you can't do this forever. You can't keep owning this business forever. And so, the best situation possible is if you get ahead of it and you build a business that you could easily sell for max value at any time, but you don't have to. So it's the same business that easily sells is also a joy to own. And so right
Hmm.
now is the time. I don't care where you're at in your journey. Right now is the time to start optimizing your business for an exit because it's also will make your business a delight to own, and you won't even want to sell it. But when you need to, you can, and it'll be a lot easier.
Well, and that's the whole thing about this intensive that we're going to be doing starting in January is that understand the value, understand we got taxes, and we got legal M&A gurus and legal gurus and people like yourself that are coming, so the owners can understand where they're at right now, and then to your point, they can know what they need to do if they want to exit. They can start making those preparations. And I got this quote from someone in a book. I got to figure it out, but he suggested that owners should every 90 days consider whether they're going to sell or not, and not go through the whole process, but just kind of look at the business and go, do I want to keep doing this or not? And the takeaway
Mhm.
from that for me was, if every 90 days you're going, do I want to keep running this or sell it? Well, if you want to keep running it, how would you make it better? Like, how would you improve its sellability? And fix that for the next 90 days. And so the next 90 days, you just do it again. And ultimately, to your point, you may just keep the thing for 5, 10, 15 more years. But when that day comes, every 90 days, you've been making these slow tweaks to get it to where you can offload it. Because you mentioned earlier, you said, we're gonna get you an offer, I think, in 90 days. Okay, but that's not when it sells. It's still got other things that have to happen. And
Yeah.
so, what is the actual sales process as far as they come to you guys and they say, okay, hey, here's kind of the talks you guys have with them. Here's the valuation range, and then 90 days we're having an offer, and then from there, how long is it until the deal actually closes?
Yeah. So even if you come to us with a really well put together business that's ready to sell, get clean books, good systems and processes, great team, documented everything, like you've got it, a bow on it, ready to go. I still tell people you got to prepare for about a 6 to 12 month process. So if it goes really fast, we have an offer accepted in 90 days or less, and then the closing happens in another 90 days or so. So that would be the 6 month side of that. But sometimes, we'll end up with multiple competing offers that we'll have to spend a little bit more time on the negotiation with. And then, sometimes it takes a little longer to close the deal, depending on the complexity of it and where the finances are coming from and all that. And um, so yeah, it is a process. You can't sell your business overnight, not for max value, anyways. And so definitely, um, I think it's not just 3 years. I think you might add another year to that if you want to really start thinking about maximizing, because you want to be able to look back on the last 3 years and see just everything's got a bow on it, cleaned up, ready to go. You have multiple years of really nice looking financials, and then you've got a year to run this process to really make sure you've got the right fit as a buyer, negotiated the great deal, and do a transition plan with them, which sometimes the transition can be another year. So these are not overnight things, but you've got to start thinking about succession if you're an owner. I even like saying begin with the end in mind. So right off the bat, you want to start thinking about how can you set up your company legally to be tax efficient. How can you have your operating agreements, your contracts, all this when you first start your business, so that they're going to be appealing to a buyer. It's never too early, frankly, to start thinking about this.